Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Lockdown 23 and 1. Today, we are doing another highly detailed breakdown and review of the hit TV show 60 Days In on A&E if you want to go watch it for yourself. And no, they're not paying me to promote their own channel. I'm just giving them the proper recognition. Now, this episode's going to be pretty wild. We're following two individuals today. One's from Jersey, and I believe the other one's from California. And you know, that's like the biggest red flag with these participants. Almost all of them are from out of state. So they're going to have to change that up sooner or later and get people from the area to, kind of keep people off the radar. Because inmates ain't stupid, they'll catch on to it really quick. But for those of y'all that never seen the show, it's about participants that willingly choose to go inside of lockup to try to expose some of the things that's going wrong in the facility. But usually it just turns into a survival game. They don't want to get beat up. And nothing really gets accomplished except for the viewers like us learning what jail is like. But let me give you a quick bio of the two individuals that we're going to be following. Cliff, aka Jamil, grew up in New Jersey, watched his friends and family members go in and out of the prison system. Cliff has never been incarcerated and credits his supportive family for keeping him out of trouble. Cliff is confident that he'll stand 60 days in. As a child, he was exposed to drugs, gang activity, and violence, and his incarcerated cousins shared their experiences with Cliff on how to navigate life behind bars. Let's see if it works. And the other participant is Steven. He actually gets into a situation in the showers in this episode, which is pretty funny. Because I've made videos in the past teaching people how to take a shower properly in lockup. Some states it runs different. You're going to see in today's episode that Steven happens to take a shower the wrong way. How is there a wrong way to take a shower, right? I'm going to show you today. But Steven was raised in the crime-ridden streets of San Bernardino, California. After Steven's father passed away, he was taken in by his aunt and uncle, who were probation officers. Wow. They helped him to stay out of trouble and get into college on a football scholarship. After graduation, Steven worked as a corrections officer at the state prison. Oh man, this is gonna be good, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, this is just a taste of their bios. I'll leave the link pinned in the comment section below if you want to go read it for yourselves or check the full episodes. But let's get into the video, and keep in mind this is coming from, I believe, Pitt County, North Carolina. Someone said in the comment section, man, I lived in North Carolina my whole life, never even heard of Pitt County. I mean, is it really not that popular or what? Let me know if you live out there in the Carolinas. But of course, if you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. And check out my playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today. Alright, so before I press play, let me give you a quick little breakdown on where these individuals are going. First, they started off in what people call the quarantine block. I believe this is happening across the country. Since the pandemic happened, everyone goes into a certain cell for 23 hours of the day with 1 hour out to take a shower and make a phone call. It's pretty much like being in the segregation unit, in the hole, whatever you want to call it. But the whole thing is to try to make sure they ain't pumping no sick individuals in there with the general population, because once they get in there, it can spread like wildfire. So these participants, man, some of them, they're quitting before they even get to general population. They can't take living in this cell 23 hours a day. But Mr. Jamil here and Steven, the other one we're going to be following, happen to have completed the quarantine, and now they're going to general population. They already conquered the whole boredom side of jail, but now they're going to have to deal with the personality side. Many different personalities, and many of them want to be the alpha. Oh man, I'll never forget the first cell block I walked into. Eerie feeling, I tell you what. You get the hang of it though once you've been in and out. But first things first, I want y'all to focus in on these mats. That right there is what we call a fresh Cadillac Coupe de Ville. You're gonna have sweet dreams on that puppy. But look, I've seen individuals come in with mats like this. Look, they might just gotten a brand new shipment or whatever, and some inmates happen to have gotten lucky, and that's what they give them. Well, as soon as they step into the cell block and cats see those mats, man, I've seen individuals go up to them. They bring their old mat, which is like a piece of paper. You can see all the nylon strings and everything in it. Throw it on the ground and snatch homeboy's new mat. Now that's his mat. I've only seen that happen in jail, though. In prison, man, they tend to give you some pretty decent mats for the most part. Not to mention, you don't know what a person's been through by the time they get to prison. So a lot of people ain't testing individuals that quickly. I mean, some places depending on the cover of your book. But numerous times in jail have I seen people get punked down for their brand new mat. They don't do nothing, say nothing, just take the old dusty one and keep it moving. And usually these guys that take the mat, man, they judge you right off the break. Oh yeah, that dude I could fold up in no time. I'm gonna do whatever I want with him. They wouldn't try that on a person that doesn't fit a certain bill.
See? I just got hemmed up. I caught. It's a weapons charge. What up? This is the 10,000. Yeah, trying to get a bail bond, but they nobody can take me because they still have a flight risk.
Now, like I said in the beginning, another participant's claiming to be from out of state. And Woo's getting a little suspicious, man. The red flags are already there, though. You got the camera crew, cameras, and mics set up all throughout the cell block. They already know something's going on, but Woo here, he asked all the questions I probably would have asked. Where are you from? Oh, okay, Jersey, huh? Is it state or fed? If anyone ever asks you that question, it means are you charged by the state or the feds? Believe it or not, that's a whole nother subcategory in jail. You'll have some rare federal inmates running around in some blocks, and believe it or not, some of these guys get special privileges. Like when I was in jail, all federal inmates were allowed to have the bottom rack. And that caused a lot of fights with some people, man, because they weren't giving it up, whether you were a federale or not. Not to mention, everyone in jail looked at the feds like rats anyway. That's just how they looked at them in the jail I was in, man, because chances are, the saying goes, why take 10 when you can give a friend 5, right? That's usually how it rolls in the feds. People dropping dimes like flies. But you can't never stamp it on no one unless you truly know. Either way, they had different bracelets too. I think they were green at the time when I was in there. Other inmates had different set of colors, but at the same time, there is a few running around, and the reason why he probably asked is because when you cross state lines with a weapon, I think he said he got caught with a gun or something. When you cross state lines, usually, the feds pick it up. So that's a big radar question all in itself, but sometimes they don't. Especially in the beginning of a case, they'll probably let the state handle it, and then they'll pick it up later on at the end.
You got pulled over. You was going back home.
Traveling. I was actually traveling.
Even though he was coming from Wilmington.
Cause you ain't had no business. You didn't have no business on this end if you were
On the GPS.
Yeah, GPS took you about an hour and some change out the way too strong. Yes.
Now that was probably the worst thing that could have happened in his cover story. You're dealing with individuals that are from the area, right? He said that he was traveling down to Wilmington or something, but somehow the GPS took him an hour off track. Led him straight into some trouble, right? That's what Woo said. See how he said, yeah, and then it led you straight into some trouble, huh? Okay, I got you. You hear someone reply like that, man, you would think for people that ain't been locked up that he's going along with it. Ain't no problems here. But that's how tricky these individuals are in lockup, man. It's all a big mind game. You think one thing, but they got something planned totally different. The key is not to let you know until it's time. Now we're gonna jump over to Steven. He's in the same cell block as him, but he doesn't know. These participants are kept separate. Once they get in there, they have to kind of range the inmates to see if maybe one of them's a part of the program.
Man, who the shot caller on the pod, man? I know somebody who think they're the shot caller.
I mean, the big dummy, the one that been talking to you.
Which one? Wallhead? With
Yeah.
the LA tag?
Alright, I'm gonna be stopping it a lot. Look, like I said, this is a highly detailed breakdown and review. Like I said, if you want to watch it for yourself, tune in to A&E on your TV. But Steven from the West Coast says, who's a shot caller? You know, the cell blocks over there is usually one person running a bunch of other guys. Over here is going to be just like what I'm used to. Whoever can claim their dominance the most and put more fear into people's hearts than the other person. That's who runs the show. Don't matter about your skin color, what gang you're a part of, nothing. I've seen individuals in jail that ain't a part of none of that stuff. Run and regulate people that are. But second of all, his response to the question was, yeah, it's probably that big dummy you've been hanging out with. That is something you should never do, is speak ill will about anybody behind their back in lockup. Because homeboy Steven, you know, he could have ran and told big dummy what he just said. And that could have been the end of his life in some places. So keep your mouth shut, man. If someone asks you a question like that, be proper, be respectful, short, quick, to the point. But there's no shot caller for real. Like I said, homeboy don't even know how to answer to that. I guess it's that big, loud dumbass over there.
I know somebody would think that it's shot caller.
I mean, the big dummy, the one that been talking to you.
Which one? Ballhead? With the
Yeah.
LA tag?
Yeah.
I'm his bunny.
Oh, he's mad that he's doing push-ups off the table. This right here is another major difference in many establishments. Some places, the inmates have rules to where you can't be disrespecting the COs because, you know, a lot of moves are made with the staff. They're a part of the inmate's pocket, if you know what I mean. So they don't want you interfering with what's going down. But over here, it ain't so much like that. A lot of the guards are playing by the book. And you can tell this guy's playing by the book. As soon as he walked in, he starts getting on him about doing push-ups on the table. A lot of the veteran correctional officers know that that's real petty as well. And they ain't gonna do nothing about it. Just let them do their time. As long as they ain't fighting and killing each other, then we're all right. But this guy, if I were to guess, he's probably new to the scene and he's trying to follow all the rules and regulations. So look, sir, you cannot be doing push-ups right there like that. That type of stuff is what gets the inmates mad. But this guy's doing something that I would never have done in any of the places I've seen. Getting up into the correctional officer's face in a threatening manner. Look, when I was in prison, I got mad at a CO during count time. I woke up late, they slammed their clipboard on my bed and it scared the hell out of me. I told them next time they come around for their count, I was going to mess it up. You know, there are certain ways to mess up these COs while they're accounting to make them have to do it all over again. Well, that CO said, nah, they cuffed me up right there, took me to the hole. He wrote me up for threatening a CO charge. They wrote on the paper saying I was going to mess them up, like fight them or beat them up or something, but that isn't what I was meaning. So they stuck me in the side pocket of that hole till I got transferred to a new prison. I was in there for so long, losing my rabid mind. I got some crazy stories from there. I've already told a few, but I remember getting a request form. It broke me, man. I apologized to the CO for threatening them, even though I didn't even really threaten them.
They like, boy, you a fool.
I asked you, do you got a problem? Yeah, I asked you to use that any phone call to load up and you click again. Yeah. So I couldn't use it. I told you the other time. Say what? You already a dope fiend. I want to get you anyway. Hey, come in the shower. Bring your soft ass.
A lot to be talked about with this discrepancy as well. First off, look at the spade table. Everybody's engaged, ready to see if something's about to jump off. That's what happens when people start getting loud in the block and a fight's about to happen. That's the first sign. If you happen to wake up from a nap and see everyone quiet looking somewhere, you better start looking too. Hopefully they ain't looking at you. Second of all, they got into the issue behind what guy said is he took another click. And that's something big too, okay? When you're in jail, if, you know, there's only a certain amount of phones there and everybody's trying to use it. One click means one phone call, man. So use that one time, pass it to the next person. Especially if homeboy said, hey, let me get it after you. I need it to load up some money, and you say okay but don't do it and re-click and call again. That's complete disrespect. You're carrying the individual. And homeboy addressed it. But guess what? There's another thing going on here, and it's a part of a hierarchy. Believe it or not, in jail, if you come in all strung out, looking like a dope fiend or something, man, you're at the bottom of that barrel. And if you ain't built like that, people are gonna carry you left and right, look at you like the lowest of lows. So homeboy is definitely feeling extra disrespected, not only because he took another click. A lot of people feel as though they have to do something. There ain't no way they're gonna let some lower cat on the hierarchy right there get over on him. But he's looking like a straight up junkie. I'm not gonna lie, with the way he's talking and replying to dude, he looking like he's ripped right now. You know, man, we ain't gotta go to the bathroom or not, man. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta do all that, but okay, you wanna do it? Okay, let's do it then. But you gotta be careful now. You wanna fight someone that you think might have been a junkie on the streets? You bust his lip, get some blood in your eye or something, man. You're gonna be wondering for the rest of your bid if you caught something. Gotta be weary, man, of all situations. It's almost not even worth the risk to get up in there and start fighting homeboy.
Come in the shower. Bring your
I'll be there in a little bit. He's dribbling going in. Go time, shower time. He woke up real quick. Now this is wild to me. I can't believe they got a camera in the showers like this. Y'all want to watch a scrap, you can go ahead and tune in to the show on TV, man. I don't show no fighting on this channel.
He got his ass beat. He got beat the up.
All right, so I paused it on the shower scene that we're about to break down. Homeboy from California tripping, obviously ain't watching enough Lockdown 23-1. First off, that sound is very eerie. You hear how everyone shuts up and all you can hear is the fist. These inmates, some of them are dealing with principle. All right, you can see that after the fight, during the fight, homeboy said, all right, that's enough, that's enough. When you're getting beat up and locked up, that's what you might be on the ground balled up saying, hoping and praying that there's inmates like that next to you watching. Because a lot of people, man, you know, they'll take it to a whole nother level, especially if you get into it with someone that has life or something, or 20 years and they feel like that is their life, they ain't never going home, man. They won't stop. One of the scariest situations I've been through in lockup was that homeboy got knocked out, but he's still getting his face beat in like a piece of ground beef. Nobody helping him either. There was nobody there saying stop, and there's probably about 70 people in the pot. So fights in jail are very scary, man. You never know what could happen. You never know what the other person's going through. You never know if they're a psycho or not. But the dispute was handled, and you see how homeboy came out the shower and everyone's like, oh, he beat his ass. He got his ass beat. See, I've told stories about this before. A lot of people say, oh, you fight someone, you'll get your respect. Look, I've been in cell blocks where you fight someone and you lose, they're going to be joking you 10 times worse. People don't always look at a simple little fight as getting respect. That's more YouTube rubbish that you might have heard from somewhere else, man. Look, I give you every angle. And the jails I see, man, there's none. There's no structure, no respect, no nothing. Straight up, man. You gotta bob and weave, mind control these fools not to get killed. But homeboy Steven from San Bernardino, correctional officer status, is jumping into the tank, getting his first shower. Let's see how it goes down. And he gotta come get me, parachutes on. Hold on, man. I gotta stop right there. Look, he didn't even know this dude was ass naked yet. He was taking a leak. Homeboy came in and said, hey, bro, you got any oatmeal? What's up with that oatmeal? He's like, nah, man. What the fuck? Hey, look at the crowd here, man. Everybody's at the show. It'd be funny if they all went in there and peeked in on him. In case you don't know what the hell's going on, all right? Homeboy got butt naked. And in a lot of establishments, look, I told you a story about this. Sometimes going to new prisons or jails, some inmates, they shower naked. And if you wear boxers, then you'll be joked for wearing boxers. And in some places, they strictly shower with their boxers on. So if you happen to get naked, then they're all gonna joke you as well. Sometimes it's a lose-lose situation. You gotta feel the water before you dip your toes in. And that's what's happening here, man. He got butt naked. But what trips me out is, they know that there's cameras in the bathroom. They obviously have to see that puppy in the corner. But for some strange reason, he chose the shower with no wall, man. He did this by choice. There's no way he wasn't just not thinking, right? He did this for a reason. He's trying to give people a show, if I were to bet it. I mean, look, you got another shower nozzle right over here to the left with the barricade. That's where you should be showering. If it was me doing it, I'd probably have a shower curtain built out of a sheet just so I could put across that so no one else come in. Even though it won't stop no one, it just lets people know you want that shower by yourself for the time. But homeboy's looking like a fresh fish out of water going down the happy trail. Oh man, does he got his damn slides on? Hopefully he ain't in there barefoot. All right, so first off, let me ask my Californians out here that watch the show that's been locked up. Do y'all take showers with your boxers on or off? Because this guy used to be a correctional officer, and that means he would know. And if they take showers out there with their boxers on, then he straight up chose to get naked. And not to mention, he's bathing pretty much facing the outside the whole time. Even if you got your boxers on, man, you better hug that wall. No turning around, no swinging. But yeah, I would always bathe with my boxers on first, especially in jail, because you can not only are you going to be keeping yourself clothed most of the time, but you can wash them at the same time, because usually there ain't no washer or dryer system in lockup that you want to use. They'll come back worse smelling than when you gave it to them. So people choose to wash all their stuff inside the block in the toilets and the sinks, or wearing them in the shower. I used to wear my shirt, boxers, and everything and soap everything up. And believe it or not, man, I feel like doing that, the shirt and the boxers, they become exfoliant fabrics. Everything's soaped up, but they're working like a rag at the same time. Killing like 17 birds with one stone, right? So keep them puppies on until you get the groove of things. If everybody's showering naked, then yeah, it's time to start dropping those draws. But hopefully y'all enjoyed, learned a few things as always, and got some laughs. Lucy just woke up. Listen to her nails clackering around. What is she, ice skating? Anyways, I gotta go work on my board. Hey, let me show it to y'all on camera. Sometimes in person, it's a little bit better looking, you know what I mean? But this is what I got so far. I'm gonna put something else right here, and I still have to do some touch-ups down here in the reef, but made out of wood. You can carry this jank like a real surfboard. Surf's up, bro! Surf's up! Almost dropped that money. Oh, the sides are painted, man. You can't have it falling. All of this artwork that I've been working on will be listed on my Etsy page. At the moment, there's nothing up there because I took a long hiatus from my artwork. But once I get done with a few pieces, then I'll list the link for y'all to go check out. In the meantime, tap that like, subscribe, notification bell if you enjoyed. Share the video with your friends. You'd be surprised how many people enjoy this type of content. And as always, y'all be easy, be safe, and stay free.